In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about content creation. This is something that you guys have been asking me to make, and so I'm going to make a whole content section, and I'm going to keep throwing in videos in there so that you guys know what to make, um, how to make it, and then what should be in those videos and how often to post. So let's just jump right into this, talking about short form content. So one thing I have to say before I jump in, really, is you need to be posting content every day. Something should be either in your story or you should be posting a reel. And I'm gonna get into it, but you're building a personal brand. You're building a business. Your face needs to be in that business every single day, all times, 24/7. So I just want you to remember that and think about that. You're building a business, put your face in it, have some authority and have some substance and trust connection portions of your actual IG page. So with short form content, you should be posting one reel daily. Um, and this is because we're not trying to go viral with our reels. We are trying to provide content for the people that are coming into our world through our ads. So make sure that you're posting at least one reel daily. And there's three different types of reels that you can post. So the first one is a value driven reel. So these are reels that anyone with this information after they watch can implement and take that into their own life and then have a result from that. So for me, I talk about having a system to, increase your show rate on sales calls. So I actually show people and tell people how to do it. And so they can implement that in their own business without even, paying for a service or program that I have. So you should be doing the same thing, like how to bench press, how to lose weight fast, how to stay on top of your nutrition and have the right mindset. Like make these types of videos and like go on somebody else's page that you already watch and that already has good content. Bro, like just go and use the same content. It doesn't matter. Like just change up a little bit, but use the same content. You see their posts that are doing well, use that same post and post it for yourself. Like it doesn't matter as long as their face is in it. Like just make good content and you'll be okay. I promise you. So then we have authority. Authority is your client results, client interviews, client testimonials, anything client driven, and even yourself, just posting yourself and what you're doing to better your fitness. That is being an authority figure and having experience. So you're your number one testimonial. Remember that you're your number one testimonial. Post about yourself, post about your life. Your whole page is based around you. Post about yourself. Like if you're going and you're trying to do a competition, post about that. Post every day about what you're doing. Um, then we have connection posts. Like I was just saying, post about your life. So connection posts are really just stories and maybe you'll post reels about it, but post like just post about your life. That's the big thing is have a connection aspect of your Instagram profile. Do not just be robotic posting this not the same reels but posting reels without actually having any aspect of your life in it. Just like post yourself and make sure that your face is at the forefront of all of these posts. So for stories, I'm going to go into this, and we'll talk about like short form content creation a little bit later on. But stories. So you need to be posting at least 3 stories a day. I don't care what you post. Show your life, hobbies, activities, wife, husband, but talk on camera. So when I'm going to work, I'll just, hold up my phone. Obviously, I don't recommend doing it. But like at a stoplight, I'll actually record it. And I'll just be like, yeah, so my clients have been telling me about the struggles that they've had on sales calls and stuff like that. And I say, and I also have like mindset stuff that I talk about and things that I've heard from my mentor and my coach. And I talk about how it's affected me. And what you really want to be talking about is you want to have a certain framework to your stories. Obviously, sometimes they'll just be random but I'll show you example of an engagement story post with one of my good friends who's a fitness coach. So show your life, hobbies, activities, wife, husband. But with your stories, you can have engagement posts. You want to be doing at least one of these a week. Um, and you can have a direct call out or an indirect call out. So an indirect call out means something like this, where why can't you drop fat? Tell me your downfall. They pick an option. If I guarantee to help lose 10 to 15 pounds of fat, will you do it? That's indirect. Because you're not explicitly saying work with me, DM me to work with me, or message me to work with me. You're not saying that. But in this is indirect because you are helping them get to that point where they are saying, yes, I want to lose this weight and why they can't lose this weight, but it's not calling them out directly. So you can do more of these indirect posts, but do like a direct post once every week. You don't want to keep doing them over and over. People are going to get tired of seeing that. But if you do a lot of these engagement posts, I promise you, you'll see results, especially when you're running ads. It's a lot of new people coming in and seeing your page for the first time. So if you have these on your page, they'll vote and then you can just hit them up after. So there's obviously let me say this before moving on. There's obviously other examples of doing this. Uh, you can just have like regular engagement posts where you're not talking about even losing weight. Just say, do you like working out in the morning or at night? Just like any engagement post that you think would be, good to have, and you can still hit up these people, whether it's, regular or something like this where you're asking them would they want to lose weight or just, do you like working out in the morning or at night? So just have these engagement posts every day, but you don't have to be calling out and saying, would you want to lose weight every day? And definitely do not do DM me to start every single day. Do not do that. So for the long form content, this is a really important section. This is something that a lot of people skip over. No, not everybody has a YouTube page. And this is where you're going to differentiate yourself from the other trainers and coaches. You're going to have a YouTube page. You're going to post 1 to 2 times a week. Each video should be longer than 5 minutes because if somebody can watch a 30-second video of you, that's not going to do like that much in their head. But if they watch something longer than 5 minutes of you, you're going to be in their head. And also, um, they will be able to see your page, your IG page, because they'll probably go from your IG page to your YouTube. So they will see your face over and over on your IG page. And then every time you post a new YouTube video, you can say, do you want me to send you this new YouTube video on your story? And then they may or may not engage with it, but you can always send them the YouTube video and say you just made another one. So this is really important. You want to give away extensive value and make sure these videos can help. So I know I'm talking about giving a lot of value away, but it doesn't matter if you're giving away like tips and tricks. That doesn't matter. Your coaching is there to have that one-on-one aspect, and so you can keep people accountable. That's why you're there. And some people don't know how to lose weight, but most people do, and they're just not accountable. Like they don't hold themselves accountable. They just literally like think they don't have the time, think they can't put in the effort, and so they don't. And they just blame it on being, oh, saying I'm busy, but they can't eat right. So that's what your coaching is there for. You're there for the accountability aspect, but you need to make sure you're giving away extensive value. Make sure these videos can help right after somebody watches them. And the good thing about this is that your long form content never goes away. Once you make it one time, it's there on YouTube. So the nurturing process, which is what we talk about with the funnel, the middle of the funnel, the nurturing process, these long form content videos that you make are going to be there. You won't have to make them again. So anybody that's going from just seeing your face to your YouTube videos, it's not like you have to make a new YouTube video every single time. They're already there. You will be nurturing them without having to create a whole bunch more content. And that's the beauty of it. So to actually make short form content or long form content, whatever, First, you need to find your ideal client profile. So your ICP, that's what I'm going to call it. List out 5 to 10 latent conditions you know exist in your market. So there's an example here. Coaches who undervalue themselves. They consistently rely on the length of their client relationships rather than the power of their acquisition, meaning they are um, they are not thinking that their program is good enough to, go out of their way and reach new people, but they just rely on their client relationships for them to, give referrals and stuff. And then imposter syndrome and lack of confidence when recording content, stuck in a cycle of booking unorganized, unqualified calls into their calendar. So these are all things that your potential client is going to have. All of these are going to be problems. These are all problems. And so you want to use your content to say how you can get them from that point where they are right now to where your program or your content is going to get them to, or your program is going to get them to. So with the current state, there's limiting beliefs, roadblocks, and current position. You're going to list however many you can in here. So for a fitness coach, limiting belief, I don't have, or for a potential client, this is what you're doing it for your ICP. You're going to write down these limiting beliefs, roadblocks, and current position. So their current position, they're 20 pounds overweight. That's just a current position. That's already one right there. You can also do, I'm just throwing out examples. They're not comfortable in their clothes. Um, they're not confident in the gym. They don't know how to eat right. They think they're too busy to actually have a program. It's too expensive. Stuff like that. In future state, this is what their life is going to look like after that. So after they lose that 20 pounds, what is their life going to look like? What's their success going to look like? Are they going to feel more energetic, have more time to spend with their kids? Are they going to be more confident in themselves, be able to take off their shirt for once? Are they going to be, are they going to try and like keep this accountability? Are they, stuff like that. And so then your solution to the gap, this is where your content is going to come in. This is where you're going to figure out your videos that you can make. So the solution to the gap is your specific program. And so if somebody wants to lose 20 pounds, you say, solution to the gap, nutrition. So what you're going to do for each one of these current state, like you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For each one, you're going to do this. So look, for number one, losing 20 pounds. What's the solution? How are you going to get them from point A to point B? Nutrition. Nutrition. Accountability. Training. And then that's 3 videos just right there. That's the solution. And then you're going to give them access to one-on-one coaching. So these are all things that are going to help somebody lose weight. And then in nutrition, you can talk about macros. You can talk about carbs. You can talk about fats. You can talk about proteins. Then in proteins, you can talk about lean versus fatty proteins. Like there's so much stuff like macros, one video carbs, one video fats, proteins. Like these are videos right here. This is what you need to do. This is gonna help you uh like make your videos, make your content. So I'm not gonna leave this here, but that's what you're gonna do for each one of these current state things, and you're trying to get them to that future state. So for your content creation, I already have a video on this. It's the ad scripting, but this is just a framework. Hook, interest, peak, body, lead, CTA, CTA. I'm not gonna go over it again, but just go back and watch the ad scripting video, and I explain all of these in there.